Hey everybody, this is Paul, and this is an unlisted kind of a follow-up to our Zoom stereo tutorial, and I'm only going to send it to the people in the comments because we haven't fully worked through this yet, but I kind of feel bad because we made the tutorial and everybody's like, it's not working, and we actually bumped into a few things as well, and I'm going to keep this unlisted in case I swear some because there are a few damn aggravating things in this thing, and I want to show you what we came up with, and it might help you as you look into it, like what's happening on your end as well. So, Colton and I were making the tutorial, and he was hearing the stereo, and it all sounded great, and we were hearing it back. But then as we started talking through it some more afterwards, it's like, it's weird about the stereo because when I would play it to Colton, it would kind of be the stereo thing, and you would hear it in both ears for a second, and it would kind of not go mono, but it just didn't feel right. And then when you would uncheck stereo, it would be mono again. It was like, I don't understand that. But Colton would send back to me. It was great. It was good and wide. And then he would flip the switch and it would go back to mono. I was like, man, this sucks. I don't understand. And so I was trying to look into it. And at the same time, he would go, by the way, also, you sound like you're twice sometimes. Like you have two mics going on. It's like, this, God. So I wanted to look into it. Now, I'm using an Apogee Ensemble. And let me show you what I found out. So I tried to look into everything, and it was just driving me crazy. I downloaded Loopback by Rogue Amoeba. Now, Soundflower got picked up by them, and they've put it on GitHub, and Loopback is kind of their answer. But hey, man, Loopback's expensive. It's $100. Don't buy it. There's a trial version if you want to look at the stuff that I'm showing you, and it's fascinating to see what happens when you kind of look into the inside of your digital audio interface. I'm going to make a new device here. And I'm just going to call this Ensemble. Again, it's an Apogee Ensemble, which I can't spell wrong. Right, Ensemble mic only. And so the way this works is you then pick your source, and you could be an app, or I'm going to use my Apogee Ensemble. And so when this came up, it was like, well, what in the crap? So what we see here is channel 1, that's my mic, right? Channel 2 I'm not using, and I'm going to go ahead and just delete that right now. So first of all, when I would record things, it would just be in the left side when we started playing with this. And I figured that I had to go ahead and route that over. Now I would have my mic in 1 and 2, and so that was better, left and right. And then I started looking at 9 and 10, like, well, what the crap is this? But I didn't have anything in my 9 and 10. I don't even have a 9 and 10 input on the box. It's 1 through 8. I realized this is the pinhole on my box. That's the talkback mic. If I tap it, you see it's moving. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So I've got in touch with Apogee, and they're like, yeah, that's hard routed. You can't even mute, even when you mute 9 and 10 as a talkback in the Apogee control interface, still through the digital channels when you're passing audio between apps and stuff, that stays active. It's like, God. So that was driving me crazy. So I figured I would make this mic only Ensemble patch and loopback. And so then, like, when I go over to Zoom and I choose that, you won't really hear, you won't hear it so much now. But I would pick Ensemble mic only. Now I'm going to look at my screen flow. That's how I am making this tutorial. When I go to my recording monitor, if I were to switch over, which I'm going to do right now, I'm going to stop my recording and switch it over. So when I jump into the preferences of screen flow, which I can't really show you right now, but I switched it over to the same thing that the Zoom was, Ensemble mic only. Now you just hear the single mic, and it should sound better. So I was like, well, I'm pretty happy with that. And as I started looking in, then I saw this 31 through 34 business going on down there. I was like, what is this? Turns out that, we're so used to our output being 1 and 2, right? I go to the back of my interface, I want my left and right speakers, I plug into 1 and 2, left and right, boom, you're going. Well, but on my box, it doesn't pass audio out of 1 and 2 like that. It passes out of 33 and 34. Now, some boxes like my Focusrite 8 Pre have what they call a loopback function, not the same app, a loopback function where you can move this around and send it out of any of these outputs. But my Apogee is hardwired out of 33 and 34. So when I started experimenting and when I started plugging this up like this, and then in my Zoom picked up the Ensemble mic only, all of a sudden Colt was like, yep, wide open clear stereo. I was like, damn it. So, and it was really strange. So when I would just be on the Ensemble like this, the stereo would be kind of strange, and it would sound stereo for a minute and then kind of go away. And then when I opened it up Ensemble mic only, then it was like, oh, because I had routed these over, it was clear. Frustrating. Then we started playing around with I Show You Capture. Now, I Show You Capture is free, right? And I Show You Capture. These guys, Shiny White Box. We used it. It was also clear, wide, free. And that's what we've learned. So like my box, my Apogee Ensemble doesn't just automatically spit it out great in stereo. Colton has an an Antelope Digi8, something like that, and it worked great. So sometimes it's the interface, I think. So we're still looking into it. I'd like to just say that we have it solved, but we haven't. But I hope this has been helpful, because I would hate that we tried to show somebody something and what we said wasn't true. So this is what we figured out. And if we can help you, man, just keep sending us comments and we will help keep troubleshooting. I hope you all stay safe, man. Thanks for hanging out.